It's your boy Devour. Just jumped off the porch with Dirty Gut Bastard, you feel me? LA to the A. Yes, sir.
Dirty saucy, and my dog can't wear it. Push music, gotta keep my faith in it. I'm getting close to crack in the cold.
Yes, sir. All right, y'all. We got my man Devour jumping off the porch with us today. What's up, bro?
What's up, Spitty?
Man,
Yeah.
I'm coolin', fam. How you feeling?
Great, bro. I'm in the A, baby. You got me in the A. Let's do this.
Yeah,
What's poppin'?
man. Yes, sir. And you pulled up on us all the way from LA.
All the way, baby.
Yeah.
Had to, bro.
Huh? They say the West Coast is the best coast.
Hey, have you been to the West?
Yeah, for sure. I used to live in LA, man. I lived in Inglewood for a little while, so yeah.
Hey, what you think? Is it the best coast? What you thinking?
To me, LA, out of all the places I've lived in New York as well. LA was my favorite place to live. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, y'all heard it from the chief himself. You feel me? It's the best coast, baby.
You
Yes,
feel
sir.
me? Nah, man. The vibes in LA is like no other. The scenery, just, you know what I mean? It's just a dope vibe, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just all the way around, right there on the water, you know what I mean? And I feel like what I love about LA was that you can pretty much get every element within, like, you know what I mean, like a few mile radius. So you can go to the beach, you can go to the mountains and even see snow and all that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can go to the inland, like to the Inland Empire and all that area, you know what I mean, and get desert, or you got the city aspect and all that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you could just get every type of vibe that you want to out there.
Yeah, hell yeah. Hey, and shout out to IE, baby. Yes, sir.
Nah, that's what's up, bro. So you from East LA?
Yeah.
Okay,
From
word.
East LA, grew up in the Valley, San Fernando Valley.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Word. And what would you say, what's one of your favorite, you know, things about, you know, being from LA and the culture, you know, out there?
Man, I have way too many. Like, you know, there's so much things I could say, but my favorite for being from LA is what it blossomed me into, bro. You know, I wouldn't be who I am if it wasn't for LA, bro.
Yeah.
And I like who I am, bro. You know, I ain't,
Yes, sir.
I ain't a bad person. I walk with God, you know, and
Yeah.
life has been dope, bro. You know?
Word.
And shout out to LA, you know.
That's what's up, man. Nah, for sure, for sure. And you are the youngest of 15 siblings.
Yeah, there's 15 of us, but I'm the youngest boy. I got 2 younger sisters.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, word. And what is that like, you know, growing up and, you know, having that many siblings? And I mean, that to me sound like the kind of the old school families that we used to see, you know what I mean? Like where, like I know like my aunts and uncles, it's like down there 12, 13 of them, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What was it like, you know, growing up and, you know, having that many siblings?
It was dope, bro. Like, overall, it was dope. Like, I learned a lot. It sucks because since I'm like one of the youngest, I missed the window of when everybody was going through them growing pains as the youngest, because there's like some distance between. So the first 11 was under the same roof, and then the last 4 came back to back, but it was a big distance. So, man, I wish I was a part and I had more memories of, like, you know, like them times, but overall, bro, that also helped me, it helped me, you know, shape and become a person I am, bro, you know, like, it was dope as hell, bro.
Nah, for sure. And being one of the youngest in the family, did you find, like, that your voice, you know, like that you had to do more to, like, get your voice heard and to, you know what I mean, like, make sure that, you know, that you got the attention that you wanted and all of that, or what was that vibe like?
I guess that's kind of like, how would I answer that, bro? Like, I think we all divided attention to all, like, one another, bro, you know?
Yeah.
Like, man, like, ask me one more time.
Basically, like, you know, usually, you know, when you have like a lot of brothers and sisters and you the youngest, usually you fighting for that attention, or you fight, you know what I mean, to get your voice heard and all of that, because there's so many, you know, older people that, you know what I mean, like what they say go or whatever. So like, did you have to, you know, kind of battle for attention, kind of battle to get your voice heard?
Hell nah, if anything, how to battle, some motherfuckers could leave me alone. Oh, me, you know, like, goddamn, but nah, bro, I don't feel like there was ever, like, I guess in a sense, like, a need for me to go do that, you know? Like, my family's real big on love. As dysfunctional as we are, bro, you know, like, we'll never forget who we are, bro, you know? Like, I'm not in good standings with the majority of my family right now, bro, you know, I'm some bullshit, you know, but like, they my family, bro, you know?
Yeah.
And I can only get one of them. And we all, and I want to give the credit to them for establishing that early on, you know, my big bros and shit. Like, we cherish each other, bro, you know?
Yeah.
But, yeah, bro, like, that shit, coming from a big-ass family is dope, and that, I mean, it could get tricky at times, but it's dope overall, bro.
Yeah, word. And what are some of your memories from, like, growing up in the projects in East LA?
Man, that's the first time I ever seen anyone. It was a lot, bro, you know, like, early on, that's the first time I ever seen, like, activity, bro, you know, like, niggas tagging on walls, whacking enemies out, like, you know, so.
Yeah.
Like, my memories, like, cause I was real young, bro, you know, and me being one of the youngest and shit, like, my mama had got kicked out the section and shit, like, cause of some bullshit, you know, and she bounced to Cudahy, and then from there she moved to North Hollywood and shit, so I caught like the move around era of life, bro, you know, like, but man, like a lot of stuff, like from the dark sides of shit to like the beautifulness, bro, you can find in such an ugly place, bro, you know, but it's a lot, bro, like a lot, like I've seen a lot, bro, like.
Yeah. And what would you say were, like, what was your childhood like? Like, what were you into? What you know what I mean? Like, were you into music early? Were you into sports? Like, what did you get into at an early age?
Yeah, bro, like, it's crazy because music has always been there, bro, you know, I was always into music, you know? As a kid, like me, I have one of my older brothers, it's me and then it's him, he's the second to youngest. Music was so much of an important thing in our life, bro, where we would fight to see what CD they was finna buy us because we was broke, you know, at like the CD stores and shit, bro, you know, like, so as a kid, I mean, just kid shit, you know, like before I started getting exposed to the wicked of life, like, I mean, I was just a kid, bro, you know, playing with toys, you know, like, just doing kid shit until I started, like, realizing that there's more shit out there, bro, and some of the things I kind of, like, wish that I didn't get attracted to or, like, I didn't get swallowed by it, bro, you know, but, I mean, I was just a kid, bro, like, being a kid. Like,
yeah, you almost become a product of your environment just because it's around and you know what I mean? And you curious, you know what I mean?
And then, like, when you come from a big family, bro, and, like, the people before you, my older siblings and shit, that's what they was doing when I was a kid, you know? Like, I mean, it's fucked up, but I looked up to that shit, bro, because I thought it was so normal, you know? Like, my older brothers, bro, like, I glorify all my older brothers, bro. Like, nothing to my sisters and shit, you know? But, like, my brothers, like, I never had a dad, bro, you know?
Yeah.
But my brothers, if I were to just merge all of them, they my dad, bro, you know?
Right,
like, and as I got older, I started realizing what it is that I liked, and I just started following my brother's footsteps, bro, you know, like.
Nah, for sure. My dynamic is I have an older brother, he's 8 years older than me. So I almost looked at him like a pops, you know what I mean, on the same deal. I didn't have a pops growing up. So it's like, you want to be like them so much and want to get their approval. So, you know what I mean, it's easy to, you know, follow in those footsteps.
Yeah.
Now, growing up in a Mexican household in LA, how much was the culture split between American culture and Mexican culture? Like, were you guys, you know, fully speaking Spanish in your household, or like, what was that vibe?
Yeah, like, primary language was Spanish, you know, like my mom's and shit, you know, like, I mean, obviously we was born here, so like we was talking English and shit, you know, but at the crib is all Spanish.
Yeah.
And yeah, bro, like, especially when you come from the gutter sides of the city and shit, like, everything's divided, especially back then, bro, you know, like, when I was young, shit, like, there was not really no acceptance unless you was a part of a selected group or, like, you know, like, now, like, how everything's changing and shit, well, right now, it's ugly because of all this ICE shit, you know, like, straight up fuck ICE, bro, you know, like, but, man, bro, like, that shit, it was kind of rough, to be honest, bro, you know, like, especially like when you coming from the street aspect of life and shit, like when I was young, bro, like we were segregated by race, bro, you know?
Right.
Like, and when we moved from Cudahy to the Valley, we lived in North Hollywood, bro. But then my brother passed away, and like, not right there now, but like he passed away, and I bring that up because my other brothers, I mean, we was broken, bro, you know? And we just started wilding at the apartments. Like my brothers was just wilding, bro, and we got kicked out from there. And when we got kicked out from there, I was still damn near, not a baby, but I'm a kid, bro, you know? And we moved to Van Nuys, and when we landed in that building, we landed in the building where it was all black people.
Okay.
So we were, like me and my brother, we was the only like Hispanics playing football, but you know, like the majority of that street, obviously that block, it was like a block where there was like 4 or 5 neighborhoods fighting for that block. And it was the majority Hispanic, you know, like, but the building we landed in, 6930 Lenox, it was all black people. And when we landed, you know, like we was fighting everybody, bro. Like, but then after they seen that we wasn't going nowhere, we held our own, we became one big family, bro.
Word.
Like, when shootouts would happen and shit, like I got Carmen, everybody in front, you know, like, get in the house, baby, you know, like, because, you know, that's all we knew. We became a family type shit, bro, you know, like, we living with each other type shit in the same apartment complex. We established who we are as people and shit, but that shit was hard, bro, you know, like, to the point where they used to try to put older black girls to get on me, bro, to try to fight me and shit. I'm like, what the fuck, like, I ain't trying to hit no girl. I remember one time, man, I miss her too, bro, and I hope her, Dominique, Michelle was her name, Dominique, everybody, bro, doing good, you know, I ain't seen them in years.
Word.
If y'all see this shit, holla at the kid, you know, like, it's little Devo, you feel me, like, but I bring her up because I'm like, man, I'm not about to swing on a girl, bro, you know, and she taking off on me. So I look at my brother and shit, and I'm like, what I do, bro, you know, like, nigga, this eye connection, like, he's roar, bro, like, let it out. So I turn around, just hit her like once in the chest, and she just backed up, and like, she kind of like started like, cause she had a little asthma too and shit, but like, it hurt her, bro, you know?
Yeah.
And then like, I'm like, man, like, reflecting on that shit now, bro, it's like, damn, like, that's how bad it was back then, you know? But man, that shit was crazy, bro. Times was crazy when I was younger, bro, straight up.
What age were you when you first got that understanding of like the black and brown, you know, like separation out there in LA? And, you know, I mean, cause it's been a lot of like black and brown wars, you know what I'm saying, out there in LA.
I was probably like 5 or 6.
Wow.
Yeah.
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 At what point would you say you jumped off the porch?
I jumped off early, bro. Like sometimes I wonder, like, man, if I would have like never had an interest in stupid ass shit, bro, you know, like, or if I didn't have requirements I had to fulfill because of my upbringing, bro, you know, like, I wonder where life would have took me, bro, because I played sports too, you know, I was probably on the football, that shit, bro. Balling up at the YMCA across the street and shit, and I mean, niggas could ball, bro, you know, like, but, man, bro, like, I would say early, bro, like when we moved to Van Nuys, give or take, like, how old were we when we moved to Van Nuys, bro? First grade, I would say, like, off the porch doing stupid shit already, bro, probably like 5th grade.
Word.
Yeah, that's when I was just like, fuck it. Trying to start my own gang in elementary and shit, like, doing stupid shit, bro, you know, like, I already, like, bro, I still have clothes that I would wear in elementary that fits me to this day. Certain sweaters and shit, you know, like, but it was just so regular, you know, like, it was just like, I didn't think I was doing anything wrong because it was just so normal, bro, you know. But I would say like around 5th grade, 6th grade is when it started getting cracky for me.
Word.
Yeah.
At what point did you, you know, start discovering your love for music and knew that you like really wanted to pursue it or wanted to, you know, like take it serious?
Early, bro. As a matter of fact, my brother right there, he put me in the stool when I was 12 for the first time. Yeah, like, it's always been there, bro, you know. It's just, I never wanted to go and promote it or be like, oh, I'm a rat. Like, nah, like, that shit was like, corny to me, bro. Like, oh, man. And that's my phone, that ain't a blick. You feel me? But early on, bro, like, and my family could elaborate on that, you know, like I was always just like music the fuck out, bro. Like I'd be asleep as a kid type shit, and like Biggie or something would come on, and I'll just wake up and start rapping the whole song, bro, you know?
Yeah.
And it's crazy cause I got 2 kids now, and I see that shit in my kids, bro, you know? I'm like, one's 1, the other one's 3, and they already singing songs type shit, bro. I'm like, man, like, but it's always been there, bro.
Yeah.
Like, music is like, always been a part of my life, bro, and I really feel like that came from having a lot of older siblings, like being exposed to so many generations of different types of music, bro. You know, like my older sibling, my brother, he like his era was that whole like disco, like lookout music, cause like, and then my brother under him, he was all Led Zeppelin, Metallica out, you know, like, and then my brother under him, he like rap, and then the other one like reggae, like, you know, like, so I got blessed by a lot of different types of music, bro, and I feel like that embedded that music was for me, bro, you know, without me even knowing.
Wow. Well, who were some of your musical influences? Who were some people that you was bumping when you was growing up?
Bro, standard, pop, big, you know, like someone that I feel like was like, they're a big part of my like upbringing, like 50 Cent, you know, like changing genres and shit, like Bob Marley, bro, like you know, Metallica too, bro, you know, like, man, there's just too many. I don't even want to forget, bro, you know, like Snoop, like, bro, like even like all the way up to the other side of the states, bro, like Mobb Deep, like fucking a lot, bro. It's a lot.
Word. And in your household, like, were your parents strict on the tip of like what you guys could listen to like at a young age and all of that, or was it pretty open what y'all could listen to, what y'all could vibe to?
Bro, they ain't never get no fucks. But I remember one time though, one of my brothers got on my other brother because I was over here talking about, bitch, I'm gonna kill you. That Eminem song?
Yeah.
And it's like, you can't be showing these little motherfuckers this shit, bro. Like, look at this motherfucker, you know, like, but other than that, I mean, we was just, like, we all bump music, bro, you know, like music was something like, in my, like, bro, Saturday mornings, my mama up like at 5, 6, bumping music, bro, cleaning the crib and shit. I mean, it's Spanish music and shit, but music's always been a big role in my household, bro, you know, like,
Word. No, I could dig it. Were you like, what were you like in school? Like, were you into it? Did you rock with it? Did you get good grades, or like, what was your vibe in school?
Yeah, bro, you know, like, early, like in elementary and shit, like, I would say all the way up until like the beginning of 7th grade, I had like decent grades, bro, you know? And I mean, some bullshit happened and shit, and that's when I just didn't give a fuck anymore, you know? Like, I was like, man, like, I don't want to be wasting a lot of my hours being in a place that I don't want to be in, bro, you know? Started hopping fences, not even going to school and shit, like, but now, prior to like, when I gave a fuck, like type shit, I mean, when I stopped giving a fuck, bro, like school was dope, bro, you know, like, I'm over here breaking my hands on fucking walls trying to show off that I could sock hard and shit, you know, like, it was dope, bro, like, but I learned that it wasn't for me though.
Word. And at a young age, you had built a studio in the crib, right, at the house?
Yeah.
What inspired that?
Shit, just my love for music, bro, you know, like, that was like when I was like 16 and shit, like I gathered up some money and shit from like doing stupid shit, you know, hitting licks, you know, just doing my shit, you know, like, and being tapped in with music and shit, listening to everybody's projects and shit, like at the crib, bro, like we would listen to projects from start to finish, bro, you know, like cassette tapes, like when music videos, like fucking Rhapsody and all that shit, Big Tigger, all that, bro, like we would record them, bro, so we could like rerun them and shit, you know,
for
like,
sure.
On me, you know, like, bro, to the point to where my brother started fucking up and recording over the shit I had already recorded, bro. I'm like, damn, I waited like 3 hours for that song to come out just so I could fucking record the bitch, you know? But, man, like, yeah, fuck, I already lost my train of thought again. What was the initial question?
No, we was talking about you building your studio at the house at the age of 16.
Yeah. So like, I was like, man, like, how do I get started, you know? I got the bread now. Like, what I gotta go get? I hear motherfuckers talking about Pro Tools. So I took my ass to Sam Ash, was like, yo, I need a Pro Tools. They're like, a Pro Tools? It's a software type. So I'm like, oh shit, well, whatever that is, I need it, you know, like. And then my brothers were with me. My brother right here, my other brother, 17, was with me. I think like 2 of my nephews, and we were just mobbing, you know, and my brother brought me a mic stand with it, and it's crazy because that day it came with a free microphone, so I was like, shit, like, I bought that shit, went home, started getting busy, bro, tried to learn it, and just didn't look back, bro.
Yeah, word. So you was making beats early on too?
Nah, I never really make beats, but like how to record myself and all that shit, yeah. I sat down and put in some hours, bro, to learn that shit.
And where was you getting beats from? What was you on, like SoundClick and like?
YouTube.
Yeah.
YouTube, bro. I love YouTube to this day. Like, I feel like YouTube is one of the only things that ain't turned its back on me.
Yeah.
On me, you know, that shit been there.
Yeah.
But I would just download shit on YouTube and shit.
And do you remember the song that you recorded that like maybe got the reaction from other people or just let you know like, yo, okay, I'm doing the right thing?
As much as I didn't like how I was sounding vocally, because like I had said, I was trying to learn the shit, you know, so I was so eager to put the shit out that I didn't really give a fuck how it was sounding sonically. I'm like, man, I'm recording, because back then, it's not like now, bro. You go buy a laptop, that should come in GarageBand, you can put a song out if you want to. Back then, if you were able to put a song together and show people, that was exclusive, bro, you know? It's like, how'd you do that? You cracked the code, bro, you know, but, fuck, what was the question again?
I was asking like, what did I ask you? I was asking you like if you, like in terms of, like I was asking was you making beats and all that?
Oh yeah, nah. I never got to the beat making shit. I was just trying to learn the Pro Tools shit so I could record, bro, you know?
Yeah.
I probably made like 2-3 beats my whole life.
Okay.
And I like one of them.
Yeah.
My little bro, rest in peace, Lil T, nigga, tried to rap on it. No cap, but yeah, I never got too crazy with the producing side of it.
And during that time, there weren't a lot of Mexican rappers. You know, there weren't too many. So were there ever people trying to discourage you to not pursue rap because, you know, you just didn't have, I mean, like nowadays, you know, we have like a, you know, a good amount, and it seems like it's growing, you know what I mean, like Mexican MCs, but, you know, were people ever trying to discourage you from doing it since there weren't a lot around back then?
Well, it's crazy, bro, because like in Cali, I'm not too tapped in with how to define that wave, but I don't know if it's just in Cali or they moved further, but they had a movement, bro, you know?
Word, yeah.
It was called Chicano rap.
Okay,
yeah, but it's like that super gangster shit, you know, like that Mexican out, like. So I feel like the discouragement came from me making music that wasn't like that, bro.
Okay.
You know, like it's like, oh, like, why you making music like that, this, that, and the third, but I didn't really show people too much of my shit, bro. Like, I didn't really shop around that I was a rapper, bro, you know? Like, if people knew, they knew. If they caught wind of it, they caught wind of it. And if they was there when I started getting off on some, like, rappy shit, then that's how they found out, bro, you know? But not until, like, 17 is when I put my first song out, bro. And that bitch hit, like, 1,200 views overnight. And people was like, what the fuck? Like, that's cool shit, you feel me? Like, and I think going to a lot of schools is what helped that, bro. I went to like 2 middle schools, I went to 5 high schools and shit, like, not counting the continuations and shit, like, and I think just being outside amplified that quick, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you was talking about the Chicano rap, was that like where cats would mix like rapping in Spanish with English and all of that, or no?
Yeah, not really too much Spanish would be involved, but then again, I didn't really listen to it, so I can't really speak too much on it. But it was just like some, you know, like to me, it was like Mexican American gangster music, you know, like just motherfuckers talking about like, I'm like, you know, I'm just so straight like gangster shit.
Word, and I can dig it. And around that same time, you ended up getting into some legal trouble too.
Yeah.
Can you speak on that at all?
Yeah. For them dumbass people that be watching this shit, I can speak on shit like this because it's already over with, you know?
Yeah.
And like some people be like, oh, why is he talking like that in interviews and shit? It's like, y'all gotta pay attention, bro, you know? But there was some dude, bro, that he was a part of a clique. He was part of my clique and shit, and he had got caught up. I didn't even know. We didn't know, you know, like, and I guess he flipped on me, bro. Like he they was looking for 3 other people, and it was my older homie, my older cousin, and it was me. I never found out, bro, how he had the drop on me, but we were around the same age, so I'm assuming maybe some people, like, cause he was from the other side of the city too and shit. And he disappeared for a little bit, bro, you know? We had heard that he caught a case, but he just never came around anymore. And we're like, oh, well, he was kind of like a square anyway, you know? Like, he ain't built like that, so niggas ain't give a fuck, bro, you know? But so a few months later, I get raided, bro, by like 17 sheriffs and like 5 LAPDs, bro.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and they just snatched me up. Like, my house was a trap, bro, like, in a sense where like, I had like graffiti all over my room, like on the carpet, like there's hit-ups everywhere, bro, you know? And like, to this day, I still don't know how he got the drop on me, bro, you know? Like, but he, long story short, got caught for some. They was looking for, I wasn't a part of it. We had our own shit popping, you know?
Yeah.
And I guess it was a bigger fish. So he gave me up, bro. And I got hit with like fucking, like 3 misdemeanors and like 16 or 17 felonies, bro.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was ugly.
Yeah.
It was ugly, bro, but it's by the grace of God, bro, you know? Like he came through, you know? Like, got that shit over with. It took a long ass time, you know, like I was on probation till I was like 22, bro, type shit. But, that's pretty much what happened, you know. Some nigga got caught up, told on me, and they came and blew on my spot, and they caught a bigger fish.
Yeah. You know, it's interesting too, bro, because, you know, we hear so many people nowadays talking about, you know, snitching and, you know, all of that. And like when I hear people saying like, man, you know, like the streets is dead, the streets is cooked or whatever, I'm like, man, what cats don't understand is that it's always been dead. You know what I'm saying? Like it ain't just something that like right now at this point in time or in this era of it, people is telling. Like ever since folks been doing dirt and getting caught, folks been telling because they can't face the, you know, the consequences.
Real consequences,
you know what I mean? So,
damn, it's crazy you say that, bro. Because what you feel like amplified it now? Like you think it's all the phones? Like
I think so. I think it's all the phones and shit. Like just the like how folks is, you know what I mean? So many like text messages and people talking on social media and shit like that. I think really them phones, man. Cause I even remember when I was watching The Wire, like back when that used to come out. And I remember like when they transitioned from the pay phones and they started talking on the cell phones, and then like every once in a while, everybody would have to dump their phones, get new phones, but they were still able to tap them. You know what I'm saying? So I really think that it was like, all this technology that we got now is just... It's
hard to do anything, bro.
Man, it's hard to do anything, bro. I mean, even the way cameras is set up.
They got gun sensors now, like gunshot sensors and shit, bro. Like, it's designed for you to lose, bro. Like, I don't give a fuck what anybody tell you. Like, look at the irony. Like, the same people that want to go and talk about shit like that, like, are so blind, bro. Because, like, they're willing to give a man, which is a homie from they set, their whole loyalty, ready to go do life in prison, bro, for this nigga. He might turn his back on you tomorrow, bro, you know, but you're still, like, it's like if we're hypnotized since we're young, bro, to abide by that.
Yeah.
How come I can't treat women like that, bro, you know? You got a solid female on you, you know, like, give her that same, and you're gonna be a better person in life, bro, you know, but some people just don't see it. And I get it, you know, like some individuals, that's all they have. But that doesn't mean that you have to make stupid ass decisions, you know? Like, I don't know, bro. I just keep resorting to thanking my OGs, which is my older siblings, bro, for guiding me right, bro, you know?
Yeah.
Straight up, because this shit is designed for us to lose.
Yeah, nah, for sure. And if you fall into that trap, it's easy to, like, kind of, like, X yourself out, you know what I mean? And shit, just, you know, what they say, get tricked off the street, you know what I'm saying? Like, for real.
Yeah.
So how'd that make you feel, bro? Like, what were the thoughts in your mind, like, as you building your career, you know what I mean? Like, you doing your thing, but then you get in trouble, you know, for this other shit. Like, how did it make you feel in terms of, you know, music and you pursuing, you know what I mean, your dreams on that end? Because getting in this trouble slowed everything down.
Bro, I felt like I lost the championship fight. Like, and I was winning all 11 rounds. At the 12th round.
Yeah.
And I lost, bro. I lost it, bro, you know, like, I'm like, man, like, that's how I was feeling spiritually, like mentally. I'm like, bro, like I had it all right here, bro, you know, and then this shit happened 2 months later. Like, bro, like, the label started hitting 2017, bro, you know? And it took me up until like April of 2019 to negotiate the deal I wanted, bro, you know?
Yeah.
And 2 months later is when I catch my case.
Wow.
So like, I caught the fucking pass, bro. I'm about to take the Super Bowl back to the city, bro, you know? And
Yeah.
I didn't make it to the touchdown, bro, you know?
So you released your song Bout Me.
Yeah.
And this is in the midst of you going through your legal issues.
Nah.
No. Okay. How did that
Well, yeah, in a
happen
sense,
within the
'cause
time? Huh?
yeah, bro, like, you're right. It is, because I didn't get to go and like perform that song like crazy. I didn't get to do nothing with that song, bro, you know? Like, it caught the traction, it was going crazy and shit, and I got stuck, bro, you know? Like, that shit affected a lot, bro, and I guess now that I think of it, you know, like, probably could have been a bigger record, bro, you know? Like, today, as a matter of fact, I see how much numbers I'm at now, bro, you know? Like, I know it's not a thing to go double gold, but like, we already hit the plat, we about to hit gold again, bro. That shit going, you know? And that's all off of just putting it out. I can only imagine if I went on a run for that shit, you know what I mean? Like, go push that shit. Like, I'm barely leaving Cali, like, I'm in Atlanta, bro, you know? Like, but, I mean, I don't really like to look back on. Like, if I got that shit once, like, I know I'm gonna get it again, bro. And I learned that at an early age, bro, at Six Flags Magic motherfucking Mountain, bro. We went young as fuck, and my older brothers, you know, like, they was like, you gonna get your ass on that ride? I'm like, damn, I don't really want to though. Like, but fuck it, I ain't gonna let y'all niggas mark me out either. Like, we gonna get on.
Yeah.
We come back like a year or two later. I still feel the same level of nervousness, bro, but I told myself, I was like, if you did that shit when you was 2 years younger, nigga, you're 2 years older now. You can do that.
Yeah.
Get your ass on there, bro, you know? That's how I feel about this shit.
Nah, for real. And you know, from what I hear from what you're talking about is also, you know, kind of subliminal to, you know, being willing to get out of your comfort zone and understanding that shit, when you're ready to go up to new heights, that, you know what I mean, there's gonna be a lot of fear, you know what I mean, that come along with that. But if you can get over that fear and take it up to new heights, then, bro, can't nothing stop you.
Talk your shit, bro.
You feel
Yes,
me?
sir.
Yeah, bro.
Yes, sir.
So Bout Me went gold, then it went platinum. You got like over 300 million views on it on YouTube, I seen, or something like that.
I think like I'm at like 130, 130 mil. Yeah, just the YouTube views alone and shit. Like, it's moving, bro. You know, that shit went gold when I was in prison.
Yeah.
I came home, being on parole, it went platinum.
Yeah.
Last October, actually.
Yeah. Now that's crazy though, bro. Like to get all that traction, like you said, like you damn near on the run, like you damn near can't even really pop out like how you want to. But then this song that you done put out is going crazy.
It's like it was doing the running for me, bro. Like, it's like, I don't know, in like a metaphorical way, I feel like it knew I couldn't, so it went and did it, you know? Like,
yeah.
But, man, bro, that shit taught me a lot, though.
Word.
Some patience, like, sometimes you can't dictate a lot of shit to happen in life, bro. You just gotta sit there and take it.
Yeah.
Pause, no diddy. But, yeah, bro, that shit was wild.
And then while you were locked up, you had a freestyle that ended up going viral.
Oh, yeah.
And going crazy.
Yeah. Shout out my bro, Lil Joe, you feel me? That was my thuggy that was right next to me and shit in the video and shit. Yeah. Yeah, bro, like, that's just crazy.
I know that had to feel good too, because it's like you had this song that like goes crazy, but you can't really promote it like that. But it's like your biggest song at the time. And then when you get locked up, I'm imagining that you feeling like, damn, like this is over. You know what I mean? Like, but then you know what I mean, do this freestyle and it go viral. I'm sure that like had to like kind of wake you up, like, all right, like wait a minute, like we still got some legs with this, like we can still.
You wanna know how I felt like that? What made me feel like that too, bro? Doing these shows that I just did. Like, I got off parole last year in October. November I had my first show. And I had never really did shows like that either, bro. Like on some official shit. Like, yeah, I was throwing these little backyard shows and shit, you know, like, you know, but some legit shit at venues with the lights and all that shit. It was my first time doing it at the Roxy in Hollywood. Or I don't know where it's at. It's on that side though, you know, like it's West Hollywood, huh? The Roxy, yeah.
We're on Sunset, right?
And that was like 2018, bro. And I hadn't done nothing since like that. Like, so coming home now, taking everything into account, I'm looking at everything. I'm like, man, I'm at ground zero again. Like my ultimate answer is gonna be who pops up at these shows, bro. You know, that's how you gonna know if you got people that's really rooting for you.
Yeah.
You got them in a physical format right in front of you. You know you got something, bro. You know. We selling out shows, bro. It's a sign, you know, like motivation. Like you got something. Keep pushing. Like you still here. Like you beat the devil, bro. You know, you beat that case. You know, like I can't talk to one person, bro, that could say like I came home from a murder too. You know, like I can't, bro. You know, and I'm also not gonna be blind to that either, dog. I can't be blind, bro. I know I got a purpose. In my heart, I feel it. I'm getting the chills right now, bro. Being here with you, bro, like, I'm on off the porch in the A, bro. Thousands and thousands of miles away from where I come from, you know, like, on the behalf of doing some shit I love, bro, you know, music and shit, like, I gotta keep pushing, bro, you know?
Yeah, nah, for sure. And was there ever a time while you were locked up that you wanted to give up and that you felt like, you felt like you wanted to give up, felt like, you know what I mean, like all this was just a dream and was over?
Bro, as soon as I got locked up, bro, like, I had my son when I was locked up, bro, you know?
Oh, wow.
I didn't get to meet him, bro, touch him, look at him, like, so he was 6 months and a day, bro, you know, and I had just missed him by 2 months.
Wow.
But on top of that, just other shit happening too, bro, like, piggybacking off that topic, like, some shit was going on with the pregnancy, bro, you know, and long story short, it got to a point where I'm in the county, bro, I'm on the phone. I had my little shit sold up right there, you know, so I'm on the phone and shit, and like, my shorty's telling me like, hey, you know, like, we was talking about it all, but she just was like, if they make me choose to save me or the baby, who do you want me to pick? I'm like, what you mean? She's like, we're going through some problems. I'm like, and that's a possibility. And I'm like, how the fuck I'm gonna answer that? You know, like, I asked, like, what you, like, I didn't even know how to answer, bro, you know? Like, I got off the phone, I went back to my little section where I was at, and I told a homie, I was like, don't let no one pass right here, bro. And I just let all that shit out, bro. Like, I mean, and then when you're behind that wall, you gotta become the biggest beast, bro, you know?
Yeah.
But that was one of the moments that I just couldn't, dog. You know, like, I was like, how does someone pick some shit like that, bro?
Right,
you know?
yeah, nah, for sure. Like, you can't even answer that.
But yeah, like, that was one of the moments where I was like, I'm done with all this shit, dog, you know? Like, I should be out there, bro, like, at that bed with her, like, trying to make her feel better, trying to figure shit out, bro, you know? Even though there's nothing to figure out, bro, you know? Like, we just have to wait, but all I could do is just make her feel more comfortable on top of the wickedness that, like, bro, it was wicked, bro. Hell yeah, I reached so many heights where I just wanted to jump off the building, bro. I'm like, I'm done with this shit. Like, but I can't. Like, I got people I gotta go home to, bro, you know? I got a lot to live for, bro, you know? Like, I got shit that I accomplished, bro. I reached a lot of them moments.
Word. Were there a lot of black and brown wars and issues going on in jail?
That's every day, bro. That's every day, you know, like. But, I mean, you know, like, motherfuckers know what I am, you know? I'm Mexican, bro, you know? But I also got family that's black, bro, you know?
Yeah.
And it sucks that, back to our upbringing, you know, we're forced to abide by something, bro, you know? At the end of the day, we can make our decision. But once you make that bed, you gotta lay in it, you know? And I, like, you know, like, that shit, bro, that's every day, bro, you know? It's just on you how you gonna handle it, you know? Like, bro, to the point where, like, I'm in reception, you know, in prison, and the dude calling the shots for the blacks, that's my boy from the street, you know? Like, and we about to go to war and shit. Like, all we can do is, like, niggas, you run that way, nigga, I'm gonna run this way, get somebody over here, nigga, you know? Like, like, it's fucked up, we have to have these combos type shit, but, like, it be like that, bro, you know? Like, and that shit get wicked, bro. It get wicked.
Wow. And what was that point when you got back home? Like, Did you, as soon as you got back home, did you get right back to the music or?
Man, bro, like, as far as like being productive, hell yeah. Like I started recording, running shit up, but I was still stuck. My whole parole shit, like, they was running down on me, bro, you know? Like, it was bad. Like, I damn near feel comfortable saying that for a little minute, being on parole was harder than being in prison, bro. And I had to wait it out. I thought I was gonna be able to come home and just start spazzing, bro, but God, that wasn't God's plan, bro, you know? And I had to just wait again, like, getting demotivated again. Yeah. I'm like, fuck, like, when am I gonna reach this, bro? Like, keep in mind, this is since 2019 battling this shit, bro, you know? It's years, like, just years of like, man, I can't wait to press play, bro, you know? But nah, I wasn't able to come home and get busy, like, cause of that.
Yeah.
That's why I'm so geeked up now, bro, cause there's no more chains on me, bro, you know? Like, I could run wild now, you know, and it's over, bro, you know? Like, I'm here, like, let's get it, bro.
Word, nah, I could dig it, man. Talk to me about your new project, Prevail, Book 1.
Man, it's just a body of work that people need to listen to, bro. And I'm not saying it on some promotional shit, trying to market my shit, none of that. It's just, I want people to get to know me, bro. And hearing that, I feel like it's a real good handshake. Cause I know a lot, like, especially moving states, don't nobody know me out here, bro, you know? Maybe, pinches of people, but platforms like this, I ain't done nothing, bro, you know?
Yeah.
So, I would just want people to get to know me, and the way y'all gonna do that is listen to this shit, bro, cause there ain't no cap in my rap, bro, and that comes straight from my heart. Like, I feel ugly, bro, when I'm lying. I don't lie, bro. Like, I hate liars, bro, straight up. And keeping it real, keeping it solid has been like one of the hardest things in life to maintain, bro. But I came this far maintaining. I'm gonna keep maintaining, bro, you know?
Yeah.
But I would just want people to listen to that shit. And then y'all tell me how y'all feel, you know, like, no hard feelings. Like, if you think it's trash, it's good. Like, you know, like, but I think people will fuck with it.
Word. And from listening to your music, what I respect is the storytelling, like how raw, you know what I'm saying, the music is. Just real storytelling, like you really like giving people like you painting a picture, you know, within the music. And then what I was really fucking with too was your visuals, bro. Like all your
7-8, baby. I got my bro in the building, you know what I mean?
Word.
Yes, sir. You
Yeah.
bring them to life, you know, like.
All the visuals were, it's not just run and gun videos, like they all got storylines to them, and they, you know what I mean? Like it just really like brings you inside of your world. That's what I felt, you know, watching, you know, all your visuals.
Hey, I appreciate that, bro, for real though. Hell yeah.
Nah, for sure. I really rock with that Rewind joint.
RIP, #1, you feel me?
Yeah.
My big bro, you know, like, that's just crazy, bro. That's my favorite song. Probably.
Word.
Personally, though.
Yeah.
Because of what I'm talking about and shit, but yeah. Damn, that's crazy. You rocking with Rewind?
Yeah. Rewind, one of my favorites for sure. Unique was another one that I was really rocking with.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Like I said, like I love like vivid storytelling, like Scarface, one of my favorite rappers, you know what I'm saying? Like I like when artists can really like take you there, you know what I'm saying? Like with their music, with having dope lyrics, but then also like telling a story that you can like really feel and you know is authentic, you know what I mean?
That's like the best of both worlds, bro, you know? Like, like when you, like, nah, that's crazy, bro, like, but it's like, easy for me to do that because I'm just talking about my life, bro, you know? Like, but nah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Fuck me up with that, bro.
Word. Nah, that's what's up, bro. What was I gonna say? And then you were able to come home, perform on Rolling Loud.
Shout out Rolling Loud, baby,
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And then been selling out shows, like, you know, on your tour, man. How does that feel, bro? Like, you know, going through all that you've gone through and having all these moments where it almost seemed like you wouldn't be able to revive your career, and you now even taking that roller coaster up to new heights.
Getting back on that roller coaster,
Yes,
bro.
Sir.
I leave it to God, bro. He taught me patience. It took some years. I'm a hard-headed ass motherfucker, you know, or I was, you know, like.
Yeah.
But I feel like he's like, okay, I feel like sons finally accepting like a change up here. And
Yeah.
once I felt like I felt that connection, bro, I just leave it to God, bro. You know, like He gonna present that if it was meant to be, bro. And can't nobody get in the way of your destiny, bro. If it's destined for you, it's gonna happen. You know.
Yeah.
May take some time, but today I got time. What do you feel like? But yeah, bro. That's how I go about it.
Nah, for sure. And on your song "Life This Way," you talking about letting go of like old habits and the old lifestyle.
Yeah.
I mean, we already been, speaking on this, but can you just talk about how important, it's been for you to embrace growth and take those steps towards that?
Man, bro. Damn, that was probably like hard, but I love it, bro. Like, I want the world in my hand, bro. And I seen like GOATs make it happen. Like, from Kobe to Wayne to like the people in my life, that are the GOATs to me. Like, obviously I have them accolades, but the ones that I champion, like, all of them have the same, it's different, bro, but it's the same, it's like the same level of sacrifice, bro, dedication, and like, and you can't cheat it, bro. So I'm just following their blueprint, but applying it to myself.
Yeah.
And we moving, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. On your song, Yeah, You say these demons keep on calling my name, feeling like I'm losing grip with my faith, but then my angels keep coming to my aid.
Yeah.
Can you talk about, like how even through, growth, like it's still an everyday struggle. It's an everyday battle, you know what I mean? To like continue to just move forward and prosper. And what was in your mind when you wrote these lyrics or when you spit this, bro?
That's like one of the only songs that I pulled out that I wrote in prison, bro.
Oh, word.
Yeah, like, on top of all the shit I was going through, like, it spilled out when I was in prison, bro. And when I heard the beat, I was like, man, that verse came to me, like, genuinely. So I was like, I gotta throw that shit on here, bro. But I was going through a lot when I wrote that shit, bro, like, and I just felt like I had to let it all out. Like, let the shit out, bro. Like, that's usually what the formula is when it comes to me making music or writing shit, bro. It's what I'm going through when I have that pen in my hand, bro,
Yeah.
And then I just jot it there. That's why I look at life like a book, because life's a book, bro, A lot of shit happens, but you can never erase it,
Yeah.
Like, and just like a book, bro, you're gonna close it for a little bit, but eventually you're gonna come back to it,
Yeah.
And at that spare moment, bro, when I wrote that shit, I just felt the need to get that shit the fuck off, bro. I'm like, man, but yeah, bro, that's how that shit came about.
Word. And how often are you able to reflect and, really look at, like you built your career like on your own terms, from being a teenager, raising money, building your own studio, making music the way you want to make it, releasing your first song, while in the midst of, going through and facing like a 10-year case that you was battling, you know what I mean? To, then getting locked up, but then coming back out and, seeing success before you get locked up and while you locked up, and then coming back out and then being able to achieve that success again. Like, have you had time to reflect on that and, those blessings that have come?
Being here is when I reflect on it.
Right.
This bright ass light in my face, bro, is how I reflect on it, bro. Like, I went from waking up by a punk ass CEO's flashlight, bro, to being here, bro, like, that, like, now that I'm on the road, bro, moving around and actually applying it, bro, that's when it pinches me, like, damn, you doing it, keep pushing it, keep doing it.
Yeah.
Like, but, nah, for real,
Right.
yeah.
Nah, that's what's up, bro. What would you say is one of the biggest life lessons that you've learned?
Like, in general?
Yeah. I know we was talking about patience, but like, what's like, one of the biggest things that you've learned through all these experiences that you've had?
Let me fall, never been, but now I'm playing. Destiny, bro. If something's meant for you, can't nobody get in the way, bro. Nothing. No one, a scenario. It may have prolonged it, but it's gonna boomerang around because that's the ticket that had your name on it, bro, you know? Like, and when I let that sink in, I feel like everything got much easier, bro. Like, I feel like, on some like white hairs started going away type shit. Like, and yeah, bro, destiny.
Word. No, I can dig that. And I know you were talking about, you have one kid or you have more than one?
I got two. I had one when I was behind that wall, and I came home and had to double up because I couldn't let my little champion grow up Lolo, bro, you know?
Nah, that's what's
up,
So
I had another little champion, got two boys.
Nah, that's what's up, man. Congrats on that, bro.
Shout out my boys.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And what are some things that you teach your sons to value more than money?
Respect. How you speak to people, you know, like making sure you got food in your tummy, you know, like I don't talk to, like, of course, little pockets, like I'll talk to my kids like they kids, but I don't really, bro. I talk to them like they my age, you know, like, because the majority of their life, they gonna be my age, you know, like, and I'm seeing it work. Like my son, he 3, bro, but he could sit up here and talk just as much as me, bro.
Yeah.
I'm not bigging him up. I'm not exaggerating, you know, I'm not gassing him, none of that. It's just, yeah, bro, just the things that I feel like we should have learned in school.
Yeah.
I'm teaching them, you know, like, fuck, I gotta learn about this social studies shit. Like, fuck, bro, like, I'm gonna teach them the shit that I feel like made me a better person.
Yeah.
All the other shit, they don't need to know. They got me to erase that from their aura, their energy, they bubble energy. But I just teach them the shit that got me far in life, bro. You know, the real shit to value, bro. You know.
Yeah. Word. No, I could dig that. And I meant to ask you earlier, man. Talk to me about Wolf Clan.
Oh, that's my last name, bro. My last name is Villalobos, meaning in English is Village of Wolves, Wolf Clan. My brother Josh, rest in peace, he created it.
Okay.
You know? And then my brothers it became a clan, bro, you know? And I'm just waving that flag as high as I can, you know, like. And we gonna see what mountain I land on, bro. All my brothers put that flag high, bro, on high mountains. Now it's my turn to climb up that mountain, bro, you know? And I'm gonna try to get up one of these motherfuckers, bro. I'm trying to put that flag high, bro, you know?
Yes, sir, that's what it's about.
That's where it came, it's my family, bro, you know? Like, my OGs are my blood brothers, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, that's what's up, man. And then your video for Bleachers, what was it like shooting that video? Because you shot it in New York, you like hit every borough, and then tell me, am I wrong or am I right with this? I saw you with the Dodgers jersey on.
Yeah.
Did you go to Yankee Stadium with
I took that hoe out.
and then pop back up in LA at the parade. Right? Yeah, okay. Yeah. I was like, did my boy go to Yankee Stadium, like, you know what I'm saying, with the Dodgers joint?
I'm outside, yeah, bro. Hell yeah. That's exactly what we did. I mean, with respect, you know. Like,
no, for sure. But that was a dope concept for that visual.
Hey, appreciate you, bro.
Yeah,
I recorded that record at Quad Studios.
Okay,
got shot.
And I saw that in the video too. I know, and so I know that had to be just a dope experience, a dope vibe to even be doing that, because it seemed like that was probably right around the time when you were able to first start like moving around and yeah.
That was right off bro.
Yeah.
I hit the bro up talking about, he like, nigga, you crazy. I was like, we leaving tomorrow.
Yeah.
Straight up, just get the fuck out of here, nigga, you know, like, and we went over there, bro, you know, but yes, as soon as they clipped this chain off me, bro, I just ain't look back, bro.
I was out of there.
I ain't look back. I'm sprinting like, I'm digging right now, bro. I ain't looking back, bro. There's no need to. My neck hurt right now. I can't look back. Like, but now, bro. That was fresh off parole. We took off.
Right. I can dig it.
The same month. That was October. I got off in October.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Now I can dig that. What else you working on, bro? What else you got coming up that you excited about?
Man, just the topic of the discussion is music, bro. You know, I'm trying to work on making the best music I can, bro. Like, get in the rooms with producers and shit. Like yesterday, shout out 30 Rock, bro. I was in 30 Rock, going crazy. 30 Rock,
going hard.
I want to grow, bro. Back to the word growth. Like, if I want the whole world, bro, I know I gotta grow. I'm trying to grow.
Yeah.
Who gonna help me grow? You know, like, not like that. You know, like niggas ain't asking for help, but like, I'm trying to help people that want to help me too, bro. You know, like. Yeah.
Nah, for sure. It's about networking. It's about building. It's about expanding. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and it's about stepping out, bro. You know, like in the span of like these last couple of days, bro, like just leaving Cali and like moving around. I done so much shit already, bro. Like music-wise, bro. Yeah. If I wasn't able to step out, I wouldn't have never done any of this, bro. You know, I'm seeing how important this shit is, bro. And I was a fool if I was thinking I was gonna become. My plan is A-list, bro. Like, I want to be the face of this whole new shit, bro, you know, like. And I ain't gonna stop till I get that shit, bro, but. Man, I lost my train of thought.
Nah, you good. We just talking about just working with other artists and expanding.
Yeah, you gotta step out. That's what I was trying to get at. You gotta step out, bro. Like, if you want the whole world, you gotta go see the whole world. Like, how you want the whole world, ain't been nowhere, like, you know? But just getting in the room with, obviously, like, aside from the moving around and shit, just linking with some talented and dope people, bro, you know, like. Yeah. But yeah, trying to grow, baby. Hey, who trying to help me grow shit? I got some seedless planting bitches, you feel me? Like, let's get to it.
Nah, for sure. And since you've been, you know, coming up and pursuing music and pursuing your dreams, has it been like a goal of yours to be, or have you ever said, like, I want to be, you know, the biggest, the best Mexican rapper? Or has that ever been a part of your concern, or, you know what I mean?
Nah, the world's way too big, bro. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm proud to be Mexican, baby. Yeah. And when I'm there, we there, you feel me? Yeah. But I hate that they do that, bro. Like, why you gotta call me a Mexican artist, bro? Like, y'all don't be referring to these people as a black artist or a white artist, or like, you know, like, but why we got that stigma, you know, like, and I'm gonna change it. Watch, I'm gonna change it. Like, I feel it, bro, you know, like, I just gotta be patient. Yeah. You know? It's gonna change though.
Yeah, nah, for sure. You got any shout outs you wanna give, bro?
Shout out you, bro, for having me here, you feel me? Like, this is another pinch to keep, like, to wake up, like, to keep my eyes on the prize, bro. Like, keep going. Like, I'm just being reminded that I ain't in a dark phase anymore, bro. Like, I'm in expand my wings mode now, bro. You know, and thank you for the reminder, bro. For real. Shout out to you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. For sure. Man, bro, appreciate you pulling up.
Appreciate you, bro.
Jumping off the porch with us.
Yes, sir.
My man, Devour. Yes, sir.
The porch played a real big part of my life, bro.
Word.
That's why I geeked when I came in here and sing this shit. I'm like, what? Oh, man, it's only right I'm in here, bro.
Nah, because, I mean, we all, you know what I mean? Like, the porch symbolizes so much for our lives, you know what I mean? Like, just chopping it up on the porch, having conversations, or, you know what I mean? Like, just, that's where it starts, you know what I mean?
Them steps was the only things that greeted me every time I left and came back home, bro. So my porch was real big to me, bro.
Word.
So shout out to your whole thing you got going on, bro. This shit dope as hell.
Word. Appreciate it, bro. Appreciate you pulling up, man. Yes, sir.
Hey, let's get it. Devour, baby. LA to the A. Shout out all my kid folks. Prevail out now, baby. I go bump that.
Get it all, spend it all my kid. I'm living life cause it's one that we get. I'm running to it, never running from Zed. Never been, never fled. 40, 30 saucy, I'm a dog.